We've just created a new form by taking a previous form and adding some new fields. That was FRM Customers V2, onto which we added the CID and the postcode and got rid of the marital status. Now there is one little drawback to adding fields after a form has been created, and that is the tab order. If you're expecting users to use the tab key to move between fields on a form, what you'll find is the tab order is set by the order in which fields are added to the form. So when you first open the form, as I have done here, it starts at the first name, because that was the first field added, not CID. And when I tab through, quite happily goes down the list to city, but when I tab after city, it then jumps to total purchase YTD, missing out the postcode, then date purchased, then total children, then it goes to CID because that was the next field added, then it goes to postcode, then it goes to the next record. So we need to be able to change and alter and manage effectively that tab order. So it's just something you need to be bearing in mind if you add fields subsequently to a form's design. So how do we change the tab order? Well, firstly we go into Design View, then on the Form Design Tools ribbon, we're after the Design sub-ribbon and then the tab order. Here you can see the fields in the order that they will be tabbed to, and my two additional fields, CID and postcode, are near the bottom. Now there are two ways of doing this. We either manually move the field, so I can select CID, then click off, so I'm not holding on the mouse. Then I can go back and grab it and move it up the list, so it's at the top. I can't simply just grab and drag and move because that highlights. I have to click, then click effectively on it. Then I can grab the margin and move it. Now that's one method. The other method is to just use the auto order option here. If I choose auto order, then Access decides the tab order, and it will always go top to bottom. So in the case of my form, that's ideal. First field down the form to the bottom, auto order, and we see that CID remains at the top, but postal code has been moved up to after city but before total purchase YTD, which is the correct place. So I can manually move things, or I can just ask Access to sort it out for me. Okay, when I then view the form, you can see immediately I'm starting in CID instead of first name, and the tab moves me correctly through the fields. Even after the city, I tab into the postcode, and then the other three fields before I then tab to a new record. Although we've altered the tab order, and things now tab in the correct order from the correct field to the correct field, actually the CID isn't any point in being in the tab stop, because you cannot change it. It's a primary key of being an auto number. So really I would like it to start at the first name, tab through, and when it tabs to a new record, start at the first name again. Now in order to do that, I just simply tell Access not to stop at the CID when tabbing, which we do in Design. I need to bring up the properties for the CID, so I select the CID field and choose Property Sheet from the Design sub-ribbon of the Form Design Tools. And in the other tab, I can see in here tab stop is currently yes. If I double click that yes, it changes to a no. Alternatively, I could just choose it from the drop down. Then when I view the form, you'll see that now it doesn't tab stop at CID. It starts at the first name, goes through each of the fields in the correct order. When you leave the last field, tabs to a new record, but goes straight to the first name. It doesn't tab stop at CID. So we've taken the CID out of the tabbing options. That doesn't mean I cannot then click in and highlight and perhaps copy the ID, but as far as tabbing for data entry goes, it misses out that field. So we can control the tab order in Design View using the tab order option, and we can even tell fields not to be included in the tabbing by going to their properties and changing the tab stop to no.